Good morning, friends. How are we doing today? Welcome to today's stream. I hope you're all well and having a great start to your Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Yes, it is. Yes. How is everyone today? I hope you're all good. Jazzy Girl and Never Melt Ice in the squad early on. Why have we got a Deoxys there in the background? Why have I still got a Deoxys there? That shouldn't be there. It should be that. And then let me just get rid of this. Why are you there, Shiny Sprite 1? This is confusing. This is going to confuse everyone. Okay, so we are continuing the Lugia hunt, but I thought what we'd do as well this morning, because I am currently hunting for Aerodactyl. I'm going to start it as new. We are going to have both of the resets for this game. So I thought we'll do a joint hunt today, not for the Nidorino, but we'll get Sword and Shield up as well and do this as a joint thing. So I hope you're all well. Obviously we have got new distributions today, which have just went live in Pokemon Home. So we've got Meltan and we do have Keldeo finally, which is great. Natalie, how are you doing? Never Melt Ice, Tapu Lele. Sorry, I will get my bearings with this with Sword and Shield. I will, but we'll if it's a bit complicated, then we'll move on from these, but it should be okay, I think, if we just get into the swing of it all. Joint hunt. Yes, I thought I'd bring the Aerodactyl on stream. I had some horrible Aerodactyl where it'd been resetting the same one, so we're bringing it onto the stream today. It's only a short stream today, only a couple of hours. Unfortunately, I don't have long, so that was the main reason why I thought let's get started early today and let's make some progress and also bring the Aerodactyl to the stream. Hopefully we can get the Lugia. Be nice if we could get one of them today, but we'll have to wait and see how the hunts go, of course, as well. So there we go. It's going to be a bit of a juggling act between the both. I'm not used to doing two hunts on two different systems. It's been a while. One of which does not make any sense, Osirus. Which one? Jazzy Girl on the giveaways. I get if you're referring to the Melton, I get what you mean. I know what you mean. It's it would have been more obvious to be like Mew, but I can see the Melton as well being making sense. Do you know what I mean? Because it's from the Let's Go series, which is Pokemon Go. So I kind of get it, but also at the same time it's like it just feels bad that we've got Melton and we can't evolve it in games, and we can't port it into Scarlet and Violet, which is not great, but it's nice to have that mythical Pokemon in its shiny form, so I can't really complain too much. Of course, it would have been nicer to get something else, but it's not always the case, is it? It's not always the case. Good evening, Tob. How are you doing? Just saw the Poke news you posted recently. Yes, we've got the update for home. New mythicals are now available for us to get, so that's really nice. And bit of a task though getting them. Like, I think in Sword and Shield in particular, Porygon 2, Porygon Z are probably the most obnoxious ones to get from that set for the decks. And then you've got all the version exclusives as well, which make it incredibly difficult. So they're not the easiest, but with no time limit on them, it does make them a bit more manageable, you know. So hopefully you can just kind of do things at your own pace. Of course, we will be coming on stream either tomorrow or Friday, and we will finish up our BDSP decks, which has still got quite a bit of work to do on it. But if you need some trades doing during that stream, of course, to help out, I'm more than happy to help out with those. So you'll just have to let me know when we get that stream scheduled. Is there anything for Pokemon Day? Well, I wonder. It does make me wonder that they're kind of pushing these events out quite quickly, aren't they? To make sure that they're there before Pokemon Day. So are they planning to do something for Pokemon Day? Because these events are all kind of, you know, scheduled and they're available. It does make you wonder, doesn't it? Nothing has been announced as of yet, though. Nice to get Melton without Pokemon Go mark on it in the boxes. Yeah, I do agree. It's nice because one thing it has got the origin mark from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which is really cool. So origin form from Kanto as well. It's kind of curious as well on the lore of Meltan, because we don't really know which region it comes from, but this mystery gift is Kanto based. Its origin is from Kanto, which is kind of interesting. First time shiny hunting Aerodactyl. I've been at this hunt for the longest time in game, but I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone, two Aerodactyls with one stone, and bring it to stream today. So it's for a video I'm working on for the channel. So I thought, let's bring it to stream. And while we're doing the Lugia, it makes sense. You know, we're doing resets. It's better than just sitting with just the Lugia on the stream. And we can kind of do two at once. So I thought I'd bring it to stream today. Kanto full dex was not that useful. No, not that useful, mate. Not at all. New subscriber, thank you so much. Barhum. I apologize. I'm butchering the name. I am butchering. I appreciate the subscribe though. Thank you. It's early. I've been up since just after 6 this morning, so I'm hanging in there today. I'm very tired this morning because it was a late night last night, finishing off my Let's Go decks. I ran out of time before the maintenance went down, so I had to do the remaining trades across this morning, which was and then do the video and then get it all out. So it's all there though, which is nice. And but I'm just feeling a bit tired this morning. Good morning, Cisco. How are we doing today, mate? I hope you are well and having a great day. Good start to your day. Meltan is a weird one, as we cannot evolve it unless it is in Pokemon Go. So true. I know, it's so strange that they did that. So strange. I find it odd that there's no mechanic in Scarlet and Violet for evolving it, you know. It seems very weird. Is there no other way to evolve Meltan? Because I don't play Pokemon Go. No, and I don't think you can trade it into Pokemon Go either. So once it's in Pokemon Home, I don't think you can trade back to Pokemon Go. So it's literally locked until we get, like, the only thing I can think of is maybe they give us an update in like ZA, or if it's portable into that, or maybe Gen 10, where we can have an evolution method where potentially we can evolve it, you know, from that game. But otherwise it's eternally locked, which is not great really. And it makes me think, like, are we gonna get a Melmetal, shiny Melmetal event down the line, you know, somewhere in future, where they could have another dex completion and do that as a, you know, if we're getting another Let's Go game, is that another, like, a nod that we're gonna get another Let's Go game? Or is that, you know, am I just thinking too much into it and they would just simply just want to do shiny Meltan for us? So I guess there's a few questions that we could definitely ask from this event, but who knows what the thinking is. I think the shiny Mew would have been a lot better, and maybe more better received as well. It's the last dex in the mobile home app, just called Pokedex, that the mon's currently stored in home. I think, Thomas, that is the Pokemon Go dex, and I honestly don't think they'll do a reward for that. That dex is just humongous, so completing that is just gonna be I think you'd have to be a hardcore Pokemon Go player to actually get that complete, or have that anywhere near completion, if that makes sense, because it's just crazy. I looked at it this morning, I thought, no, that is so daunting, you know. I just don't see them doing a reward for it, but they've done rewards for every other dex that's listed there. So also at the same time, it's like, are they gonna do that, you know? Pokemon, how are we doing this morning? I hope you're well, having a good Wednesday, my friend. Great to see you, and thanks for joining the stream. Mark, nice video this morning. Guess one day Meltan might evolve. I know, right? I'm thinking the same. I'm like, is it gonna be like a Gen 10 thing that we get? Maybe, but who knows? It's eternally locked at the minute though, which is not the best, which is a bit sad. Mr. Holbrookie, how are we doing this morning, my friend? Good to see you as always. Best of luck for today. Quite frankly, the only logical explanation is that they will be doing a shiny Meltan event soon in Pokemon Go to combine with this, at least for me. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? It really does. That, as well as what I was saying about maybe doing a future event for shiny Melmetal. I don't know. Wasn't it also Onimon you couldn't give the Gmax factor? Yes, it was. Yeah, Yeah, which is wild, really, when you think about it. We still can't. Which is sad. Sad. Right, that one's that one. So I don't know if I'm keeping count of these Aerodactyls very well. I think we're doing all right with the Lugia. Mark wasn't. Never Meltized. Maybe shiny metal is reversed in Pogodex completion. Maybe. They make it that difficult to get. They're like, oh, if you want this one, you're gonna have to work for it. You would definitely. I don't think I would ever complete it now, because I think getting the Pokemon that you would need from Pokemon Go, I think a lot of them be so difficult to get to have that completion dex. But we'll have to wait and see what they plan. Hopefully we get some more news on Pokemon Day. It'd be nice if we do get like some updates with, like, I don't know, Pokemon Home or something like that. Rich, good morning. How are you doing? We're live. Thought it was 30 minutes. Warning. How is everyone this morning? No, mate, I'm sorry. I had to go live earlier this morning. I was trying to go a little bit earlier than I did actually, but I can't stream for that long today, which is a bit unfortunate. So I thought I'll jump on early. I have to finish just before 12. So I thought, let's get some resets in. Let's touch base with everyone, talk about the new events that have dropped in game, and hopefully get some shinies along the way. It'd be nice if we can nab ourselves one of these two. The Lugia, I would really enjoy it if we could get that this morning. I don't know what the chances are of us getting it, but we'll keep going. We'll be positive about it. I feel a little bit delirious as well. I'm so tired this morning. I'm hanging. I think I'm gonna have to have like a late afternoon nap. I've got a busy schedule later on today as well, so there's gonna be very little time to rest. And I didn't sleep. I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm sorry. I'm complaining so much, chat. I am sorry. But I was racing to get these dexes complete. I've made sure that I haven't done the BDSP one, and the PLA one still there to do, because I promised I would finish those on stream, and I think that'll be a nice one to kind of wrap the week up later this week. So we will go back to doing those. Ashley, good evening, mate. Good morning from myself. How are you today? Hope you're good. Always wishing you the best, Pokemon. I appreciate it, mate. Always appreciate it, my friend. Not to brag too much, but I do have shiny Melmetal. Obviously a goal. Mate, you get all the style points. I love that you've got it though. You took advantage of those events. I didn't realize there was some, like, there's been, is there 2 or 3 events, like limited time ones, where you've been able to get it as a shiny from the box in Pokemon Go, which is really cool. I remember a few years ago, it might have been like 2019 when they dropped the event then, and I tried, but I had no luck, as you can imagine. But I'm pleased to hear that one of us, Rich, was able to get it. That's really cool. 42 win streak, Ashley, in the Battle Castle doubles. Can also get the print for doubles, so only the singles. I think you can do it for both, to be honest. From the top of my head, I mean, I would do a quick Google search. Susie, how are we doing today? I hope you're well. Shiny Melmetal was available via Pokemon Go. Don't play the game much at all, but I have one. Nice. You got one. You got the trophy shiny. That's good. That's awesome to hear. It's nice to hear that like a bunch of you have already got that shiny anyway. That's I think it just adds a little bit of salt to the wound when you're like, I was kind of hoping to be able to evolve it, but we will have to wait a little bit longer for that one if we're getting in the main series titles anyway. Good to catch a screen whatever time. Fingers crossed we see something shine today. I'm hoping we do, mate. Even if it's, well, obviously I would love it to be the Lugia. Be nice to get the Aerodactyl. I've done plenty of resets on it, so I feel a lot of those resets were wasted though. I don't know, did I tell you guys the story that I figured out that I've been resetting this same Aerodactyl over and over again because I set up the hunt wrong? It's so painful. I could have had this hunt done like a month ago, I swear, but nope. My incompetence let me down here. Didn't realize they were a limited event until watching your vid this morning. Just got lucky. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just over certain time periods where they were available to be shiny, and then they kind of just went back to normal. They needed Mew for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. That's more rarer. I agree. I think it would have been received a lot better, and there wouldn't have been the caveats of, oh, well, we've got this shiny mythical. And it's weird with Melton, Melmetal. It's kind of like they don't really belong. Like, I don't mean to sound mean to them or anything like that, but they don't really belong to any main series title, right? They're still a lot of question marks about those Pokemon, where they come from, where their origins are from. Stuff like that. Maybe this event gives us a little bit of a better idea with that, but I don't know. Yeah, I think Mew would have been the obvious one to do. Just made so much sense, being the mythical from Gen 1, and the Gen 1 Dex was what we were going out to do. It's I don't mind Melton, but I think I would have preferred Mew if we got the choice with what we got from those games. But never mind, we didn't get the choice. They were pretty adamant on you get Melton and that's it. Do you need to fill the dexes from Switch home app or from the mobile home app in order to get the Pokeball Magina? The Switch dex is much bigger with the black and white mons, etc. I think it's just a Switch app, so it's a Switch app that you would need to do it in. I don't think it's a mobile version for that, but I think you receive the gift in the mobile app, if that makes sense. I haven't done it myself. If anyone in chat can confirm, that would be amazing. Yongli, how are we doing this morning? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Still doing the Scarlet and Violet decks. Don't worry, you'll get there. You'll get there. If you need any help, though, like I said at the top of the stream today, I will be finishing off BDSP PLA later this week. So if you need some help with trades or anything like that, then just let me know on that stream if you're around, and I can definitely help you out with anything that you do need that might be a little bit of a problem. Rizla, good morning. How are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. I'm doing good, mate. I'm pretty tired this morning, but I've already complained about that, so I won't make a repeat of it. It's been a late night, early morning, but otherwise I'm doing great, my friend. All the better for having you guys joining the stream this morning with us, and hopefully we can get a shiny at some point. Isn't Melton a Gala Pokemon? Who knows where Melton's from, to be honest, because technically it's not got a home region, because it's from Pokemon Go. So it was a mythical introduced in Pokemon Go, so technically no, we don't really know. And I don't know if Terra Leaks, I will not talk about. I don't know if that give us any information on where its origin was from or anything like that. So if anyone knows, they can shout out. But it's interesting that Melton, it's like the mystery gift event, its origins from Kanto, but I don't know if that's kind of true to the origins of that Pokemon or not. Who knows? Young, if you have Scarlet, I can help with Violet exclusives for the base game. I haven't done the DLCs yet. That is very kind of you, Rizlet. Youngly, if you pick that message up, help you get that dex done. I should have saved a little bit further forward with my Aerodactyl hunt. Every time I need to keep running, because there's a Nidorino right behind us, and it's making it a little bit tricky for us to encounter the Aerodactyl straight up rather than the Nidorino. And I feel like I'm not getting all the counts right either. I don't really like the home gifted Pokemon, and rather they do Terror Raid instead. I mean, I think there was a comment on one of the videos this morning that was saying, the mystery gifts are great, but it'd be so much better if we had like in-game events where we could go and encounter the mythical Pokemon somewhere in game. And I completely agree with that. I think it would be so much better doing it like that rather than getting just a straight up gift box with the mythical in. It would have made it a bit more, would have made them a bit more special, So It is what it is, though. At least we're getting the mythicals. I guess that's the big thing, you know. At least we're getting the mythical Pokemon distributed in their shiny forms. We've just got a few more to go. Volcanion, Marshadow, Victini are a few of them. So hopefully over the next few games that we get, whenever they do drop, we get those as well, which would be really nice. And I forget how much I need to concentrate when I'm juggling the two games. Kaylee, good morning. Happy hump day. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great start to your day, Kaylee. And we are a little bit earlier than usual today and doing a joint stream. So we're doing the Lugia, we're carrying this on today, and bringing in the Aerodactyl from Sword and Shield as well. So I thought I would just do both of them. It'll be a little bit easier than just doing the Lugia. I like to make things a bit more difficult, of course. And Damien, good morning, or afternoon, or evening. It's morning for me right now. How about yourself, Damien? How are you doing, mate? I hope you're good. I'd love a Gen 5 remake with Shiny Victini. I know, Rizla, that'd be the dream, wouldn't it? But I kind of want it to be an in-game event where we can go to, like, you know, an island somewhere where we can go and hunt it. And then, you know, we could actually shiny hunt for it in-game. It'd be a nice change, I think. But a Gen 5 remake would be a dream. I would love a curveball on Pokemon Day for them to be like, yep, along with ZA, we've been working on this remake, and then them just drop it. That would be wild. If we got something like that, it'd be so good. Shiny unlock in the Gen 5 event island. Yes, that's what we need, Mark. 100%. If we can get anything like that. I think ZA should be quite interesting for that sort of thing, because I think if we look at like Legends Arceus, we got the mythical quests which we had in those games, which were good. The only drawback to those in like Legends Arceus was that they were all shiny locked, and it's like, come on, okay, well, you did like the big bit of the job so right. The little side quests to get the mythicals was really cool, but you just need to go like one step further now and just give us the lock. Just take it off so we can hunt these Pokemon. And then there's replayability of them as well, you know? Agreed, like a Fury Shaman area kind of aesthetic. Yeah, that would be perfect, wouldn't it? Anything like that. And I feel like it wouldn't be that difficult for them to implement something like that into the games. That's what we want. I feel like that's what everyone wants. I don't know. Some people might just like getting the mystery gift and just being able to kind of have the decks complete, dump it into home. But there's a part of me that I just want to be able to go into the game, explore, even if it's a tiny little area of the game, just explore it to, you know, encounter a different Pokemon. I think it would be really cool. Thomas, I'm only missing 14 Pokemon in the Switch home decks, but since some of them are Hoopa, Volcanion, Marshadow, and regular Magearna, then won't be able to fill it up yet anyway. Yeah, I think Volcanion, Marshadow, Hoopa, were they the mystery gifts that we got at the back end of Sword and Shield, maybe? I think maybe they were, but it's frustrating because if you miss those mystery gift events, then yeah, you're kind of locked out from completing those unless you know anyone that has them that would be able to trade them, so you could just pop them into home and then trade them back, you know. But you never know. You never know what's going to be announced on Pokemon Day. There's a part of me as well, like, speaking from a competitive standpoint for VG, I think they need to, if we're in Scarlet and Violet, like I think a lot of us think we will be for the next year, then I do think they're going to have to mix up the rule sets. Now, there's a really interesting rule set that they could implement, and that would be mythicals. And I think that would really spice things up for everyone. But they'd have to make the mythicals like readily available, I think, to make it fairer to everyone, if that makes more sense. So I think one way of doing it could be these distributions, of course, that we're seeing now, and maybe they continue to come out over the next, like, you know, next year before ZA comes out. And then maybe in ZA you can actually get more mythicals to kind of round everything up. And then that would make sense for a format. So we might see, if that is the plan, more mythical distributions being implemented in game to support this rule set. But again, it's a massive stretch, right? It's a huge stretch, so don't just take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. In Scarlet and Violet Indigo Disc, they give these items to find a legendary mon of somehow unshiny lock, but that is just makeup. And yeah, I mean, the way they did it in the DLC for the Indigo Disc, it's very sad indeed. Like, they just killed any replayability of those games, to be honest. Because I mean, if the legendaries weren't shiny locked, I think you would have like much more of a reason, at least from my point of view, I'd have like much more of a reason to go back in to Scarlet and Violet, especially with my Violet copy, and make sure that I finish those games, if that makes sense. But whereas now I've kind of caught the legendaries, and yeah, they're handy, but like, how long would it have taken, especially at full odds, to get every single one of them? I'd still probably be doing it now, you know? So it was a real sad decision that they did that. Damien, 11 PM for me. Finally got around to starting these dex completions in home. I hope they're going well, mate. There's some grindy stuff. Like I said, later on in the week, if you need stuff in any of them, let me know, because we will be streaming, and I'm happy to do some trades with you guys to help out, complete the dexes and stuff like that, if you need help with them. Nuzlocke. So come on, how are you? Always waiting for you to come online. Mate, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right today. I'm pretty happy. I've got the 2 mythical mystery gifts already, so they're locked up and done. I just need the BDSP one, which is there's still a long way to go with that. But it's all right. Gives me something to do while we wait for Pokemon Day and ZA and stuff like that to drop, so it's all good. Hope you're doing good as well. A Discord and YouTube giveaway are only reasons I got the Manaphy and Enamorous. Yeah, Kaylee, and that's the thing, you know, I think a lot of people are, there was a few comments as well on the video saying they're just gonna hang around waiting for those distributions, because they just don't have the time, or they don't have, you know, 2 games or the resources to kind of get the trades with other people online, which you definitely need. If you've only got 1 copy of the game, it's like, it's pretty impossible to complete the decks. It's like you need both copies of the game, so they are kind of paywalled at the same time, these gifts, but you know, it is what it is. It's like every dex completion with the version exclusives and stuff that we see, just a little bit more tricky. I think Porygon Z was probably the hardest one in Pokemon Sword and Shield for me to do. And I'm lucky enough that I've got another Switch, and on that Switch I had a playthrough of Sword that I'd kind of made my way to the Isle of Armor on, so I was able to get the dubious disc, and then I was able to trade to get the evolution for Porygon 2 to Porygon Z, so they're very fortunate. And then Scott actually helped me with my Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee decks, because I only have Let's Go Pikachu, I don't have both copies of the game, so the version exclusives from those was like, yeah, I was struggling to do. So Scott was a huge help in that. Massive shout out to him for helping me out with it. Vader, how are we doing this morning? Aerodactyl in Sword and Shield. Yes, we're going for the Aerodactyl. I don't know if this is the smartest way to hunt for it, you know. We could do it in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, where we just, you know, I've got so many old Ambers, but the odds in this game are better with the Shiny Charm actually affects this Aerodactyl, whereas in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, when you're reviving fossils, the Shiny Charm doesn't have any sort of impact at all. So it's kind of swings and roundabouts, where you can kind of get through more resets, or you get more Pokemon in a shorter amount of time in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee by reviving the fossils. But with the odds being better in Sword and Shield, It kind of evens out to both of them. I don't know which one is better. And I keep thinking, I'm like, if I did the other one, like if I'd hunted just solely in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, would have had the Aerodactyl by now. Maybe, probably. Matt, good morning, mate. Hope you are doing great. Great to see you as always. Congrats on picking up those mythical shinies this morning. Nice to see that you were all prepared, mate, and had them all ready just to collect in game. It's really cool. Rich, I haven't even done the Meloetta mystery gift yet. Might jump on over the weekend. Might have to ask for some help from the community with the Raging Bolt and Gouging Fire though. Mate, if you need any help with them, I am more than happy to trade you those across. But I would need them back. That's the only thing. They're my only two, and I need them for comp play. So I'm sure you'd understand. But I'm more than happy to help you trade them over for you to complete the decks and stuff like that. So just give me a shout. Doing good. I have to study for an exam I write on Friday, but I'm procrastinating. Oh, that would be me. That would be me right now. I hope the exam goes well on Friday. I know you smash it. You'll crush it. You'll do great. But I hope the studying's going all right this morning. No Lugia. Good. Always fun to watch smaller YouTubers because they are more genuine. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Well, I think no matter what the channel does, I'll always stay true to where I started from, you know. I was so relieved when I saw that I almost completed all 3 Galodexes on the mobile home app already. Thomas, that's nice. Nice feeling. I honestly, when I went into it, I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm really close with it all, but I was far from wrong. It took me a long time to get them all finished. So it was pretty much after we finished the stream on Monday, from then until like I didn't have a huge amount of time yesterday to do it. But I didn't get finished till about maybe 12 after midnight anyway yesterday. So yeah, it was a big old slog to get them all done, and I thought I was like really close with them all, but it was all the fiddly ones and the ones that just seemed to take a long time to get. And the rare spawns in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, like Hitmonchan, took me such a long time to get. Because I picked Hitmonlee from the dojo, so Hitmonchan was the one I needed, and it just took it was a pain to get. And thankfully I hadn't picked up the Lapras from the Saffron City from Silphcore, so I had that one to collect, which made that a lot easier. But there was still a lot of really like rarer spawns that I just, you know, you need to get the catch combos going, and then because you're completing a dex, you kind of kill your catch combo when you get the one that you're looking for. I did get some shinies though, which was nice. Got a Geodude's shiny, I got a Voltorb shiny as well, so they were nice little bonuses to get. But I traded the Voltorb shiny to Scott for his trouble. I was like, thank you so much for going out your way to help me with this. So he got the Voltorb. Just want this Lugia to shine this morning. That would be amazing. Then we can crack on with the Elite Four. Sorry, Rich. I just had to say it. I'm like so precious about those 2 Pokemon. What if Game Freak turned me into Raging Bolt and Gouging Fire? I'm like, no, they're like precious. They're more valuable than mythical shinies. They are so hard to get. Only singles in hard gold, but either singles or doubles in BS. Ah, okay, Ashley. So that's how it plays out. Sorry, I didn't know off the top of my head, mate. But thank you for letting us know. Now I know. Now I know. It was the opposite for me. I thought I had like nothing. That's the nice thing when you go in and you get that surprise and you're like, wow, I've only got a few to do. That is what we like. It's nice with my PLA because PLA right now is, I think I only need 3 or 4 to complete the decks. So I'm pretty much there. So when we come in, maybe Friday this week. I know I said last week we do it on Friday, but I think this week we'll come in to do it on Friday. So PLA will be like a really quick one to get the Enamorous. BDSP, I'll put some work in before the stream so we don't have too much to do, so we can complete it on stream, and then we'll get those, and then it leaves enough time to do some trades if anyone needs to as well. Luke, good morning. How are you doing, mate? I'm good, mate, this morning. Doing good, my friend. How about yourself? Hope you're having a good start to your day. Great to see you on the stream as always. Have I just double counted the soul silver? I think I have. PLA, so much fun. Yeah, I did not mind one little bit having to go back into PLA to do the deck stuff. It did not feel like a chore. It definitely did with Sword and Shield. I think it's just because of the amount that I had to do in that game. Even though it wasn't hundreds and hundreds, it just felt like a grind, and it was so back and forth with, you know, changing the dates, and then so the weather would change in different locations. It just felt very grindy, whereas PLA just doesn't have that feel. At least it didn't to me anyway. It was pretty nice. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was pretty nice to go into. It was just frustrating at times when those low, like 1%, you know, like Dragonair, for instance. I needed Dragonair, so I was like 1% spawn rate. Wasn't fun, but I managed to grind it out in the end, and I think that's the thing. It's just like making sure you stay a bit patient and keep at it. You'll get there eventually. Said from the off that it's ridiculous that they haven't had raids, especially being so meta, particularly with the Bolt. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you, Rich. It's crazy to me that they are so, like, the Bolt is so impactful. It's like top 10 usage stats pretty much every event, you know, or there or thereabouts. So it's one of those Pokemon that you really need to have on your team, for it just to be such a paywalled Pokemon is pretty crazy. Because it's worse than Blood Moon Ursaluna and you know, regular Ursaluna, just because, you know, you don't need a specific version to get either one of those. Where the Raging Bolt, and it's so much better than pretty much the rest of the Paradox Pokemon as well. It just stands out so much, right? I can give you a spare Espeon and PLA if you don't want to grind the Friendship Evolution. Vader, thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. That would probably save us a bit of time. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get the Manaphy, the Fione, and the Darkrai, and we'll see what our friendship's like then. If we can't evolve then I might have to take you up on that. James, good morning, mate. How are we doing today? Hope you're good and having a good start to your day, my friend. So worried about resetting on one of these and it being the shiny. Hopefully that's not the case. Mainly got sidetracked on Dynamax Adventures from completing my Galar plus DLC decks. Then PLA showed up and then Scarlet and Violet released, so I got stacked. Yeah, so easy to happen as well. It's like you think you're so far ahead of the game, and then all of these other games just instantaneously drop with so many different things going on in each one of them, and you think, oh man, I'm so far behind now. And you just ignore what you need to do in those older games and just think, I'll come back to them at some point. Ashley, would you ever like the old gen side events at EUIC, etc. to be worth CP? No, I don't think I would like to see, like, from like a tournament standpoint, I don't think it makes too much sense. The way I would prefer to see it is a retro seasons, like what, you know, I don't think they'll ever have room to do it, but it would be so cool if they you know, they had a retro circuit where they had, I don't know, It's almost like a smaller tournament throughout the year, but it was all in like the retro games, you know. And at Worlds, it was its own tournament alongside VG. I don't know if it's possible to do, but yeah, retro formats would be really cool to see introduced in VG, but I just don't think you would want to mix them with the more current metas and formats and stuff like that. I think it causes too many issues, if that makes sense, Ashley. But I love the old formats. It'd be nice to go back to them, see how they develop now, you know, with more time has passed since they've been a thing. Jin, how are we doing? There is a quick way to get friendship evos and PLA, like breaking things, retrieving items, but if you have low level EV, you can level it up. Extra candies, may have, and evolve it quick. Thank you so much, mate. I will I know about the breaking things and like attacking trees and stuff like that, so that's what I've been doing, but I'm hoping it doesn't take too long to do. Do we know what we're naming the Lugia yet? We don't. No. I guess when we get it, we'll drop a name on it. Hope that Lugia really going up in numbers. Let's hope it doesn't go to 17,911. I hope not, mate. That would be rough if it does. I'm hoping that we get it way earlier than what we got the Deoxys. Feel confident that we will, but time will tell, I guess. About 110 times since the base friendship is 50. Okay, so that's not actually too bad. Also, if you just have it in your party while your main Pokemon are killing left and right. Yeah. I think we'll be able to do it with the few remaining Pokemon that we've got to do. It's just a shame that it's one of those mechanics that you can't trade into another game. I mean, we can trade it into Scarlet and Violet and go from there, can't we? That's one way to do it, I guess. Because it's so much easier to do with berries. Max out that friendship. Whoosh. Alright, I'll try and focus on my studies now. Best of luck with your shinies. Have a good day, everyone. Very good luck with the studies. Thank you so much for dropping by, and enjoy the rest of your day, my friend. If I don't see you before our next one, before Friday, good luck with the exam. I hope it all works out great, and look forward to speaking to you soon. Nose Horse, how are you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Was there anything with the home update? There was. So there's a video on the channel now, shameless plug. But you can get yourself, if you complete Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, Shiny Melton as the reward from that game, and then Shiny Keldeo, like we kind of expected, was the gift from the Galar, Isle of Armor, and Crown Tundra Pokedexes. So yeah, 2 new mythical Pokemon have been dropped this morning. It's crazy though that Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is such an old game, you know, for them to drop a reward for it now, so many years after its release. For the first Pokemon game on the Switch. Crazy. But nice to be able to have an excuse to go back into that game as well. I actually think it's faster to do it in Sword and Shield for me personally. That'd be through like camping. I know I had to evolve a Golbat into a Crobat in Sword and Shield, and it really didn't take me that long to do. So maybe you're right, I just go into the camp mode and play with it and do at least 2 hearts or so. And that's it done then. Wow. I forget how quick it can be in that game actually. Today I got a shiny Regieleki at 2,978 encounters. Only the Ultra Beasts left. That's amazing, Sedenchik. Congratulations, my friend. That is awesome news. Great. At least one of us is getting the shinies that we're hunting in a minute. That's awesome. I think you're right, Pungjin. I think like Sword and Shield feel like, just from you kind of recapping, jogging my memory and going over all how easy it can be to raise a friendship, I feel like it is the better game, more optimal game than Scarlet and Violet. It seems mad for an older generation to be better at something than a newer one. Shiny Melton was not on my radar for Let's Go, but makes sense. Yeah, it was completely the same as you, whereas it's like, wow, that is a huge curveball. I think Matt Yukana dropped it last night when the update started. They did the data mine and revealed that those two were potentially well, they were the gift, but we didn't know if they were going to be shiny or not until the update went live. So yeah, I couldn't believe the Melton. It makes sense in a lot of ways, but I was, yeah, huge curveball. I think we were all expecting Mew. What about Victini shiny? When will we likely see that release, do you think? I wonder if they'll wait until we get like a black and white remake or some sort of black and white game, you know? Maybe it's in ZA, you know? Like I was saying before, I think with the Legends Arceus mythical quests that we have, maybe you can see Victini as a mythical quest in those games, potentially. I hope we get it soon. It'd be nice if we do, you know? I think that's the big one that everyone really wants. I think that we've ticked off a few, obviously, so far, but I think Victini's still top of the list for a lot of people, you know? Bethan, you only need 8 for Let's Go. Which ones do you need? Pokemon are more on online battle. I only catch shiny outbreaks. Shiny outbreaks. Well, we just had that event in game recently for the birds. I wonder, we'll probably get an outbreak event. I wonder if they'll bring back like maybe the Gimmighoul event again, or we'll get something new in Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet for Pokemon Day. I'm suspecting we'll get a mass outbreak event for Pokemon Day. You would imagine they will. They normally go all out for stuff like that. Brian, good morning, mate. How are you doing today? We've brought along an Aerodactyl hunt to join our Lugia this morning. Hope you're doing good, mate, and bringing in some luck. Desperately need it. Better Crescent news dropped, and I evolved a Melton into Male Metal 2 days ago. The grind for that Melton candy takes a while too. Yeah, 400. It's too many. They don't like making things easy though, do they? Because even the dex completion is not the easiest thing, is it? Brian, also working on my Sword and Shield decks. I said it, I'll say it again. But Brian, we will jump in to do PLA and BDSP decks later this week. So when I do, if there's stuff that you need, trade it over. More than happy to help with those dexes on the stream. I'll try and set it up so we get those dexes complete early-ish into the stream, so I can spend a bit of time later on in the stream if people need help to just trade out and get those Pokemon that people are looking for, because there's some difficult ones to get a hold of. Not just the version exclusives and stuff like that, but the trade evolutions as well, especially if you don't have PLA, because I think if you've got PLA, it makes the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee decks a little bit easier to manage, where you can use the link code item by trading those things like Kadabra and stuff like that into the game, and evolving that way without needing to trade to do it. Death, how are you doing, my friend? I hope you're well. Hear me out. Befriend Celebi. There, let me just lock this in. Befriend a Celebi. It will look into possible futures, and finally, after 14 million and 605 futures. It will find the one successful future and set you on your path. Shiny hunter made easy. There we go. There is the hack. All we need now is a Celebi. If you can point me in the direction with where I can pick one up, find one, I will head out now. And all our streams will be fruitful-ous. Fruitful-ous? Is that even a word? This is showing my tiredness now. Just making words up. Nothing there. Just need to finish shiny hunting Regirock and shiny Regidrago, and I'll be able to finish Sword and Shield decks. Wow, Nuzlocke. Just 2 more left. That's amazing, mate. That is really good. I hope they're nice and short hunts for you though, man. I really do. Confident they will be. Regirock always seems like it's one of those, when you hear like people hunting it in Sword and Shield, it always feels like a really long hunt, you know? Like it goes over odds, but I don't feel like that's going to be the case for you. I think you're going to have a lot of luck with it. Get it nice and early. Rich just opened my melt-in box for the first time in ages and got 100 candies in 30 minutes. Wow. Okay, so that's not too bad. That would technically take you like 2 hours to get the 400 you need. Which is not bad at all, really. Birds and the few easy ones to get, just need to evolve some. Nice, nice. Only tried 2 days in a row. I caught 7 fletching. Nice. It's a nice shiny. Did you get any with any marks? Alec, good morning, mate. How are you doing? Let's throw a set to Drax. All words are made up. Especially mine. Celebi called Doctor Strange now. Doctor Strange, the Celebi. That's what we need. Doctor Strange's powers. Hopefully you got a mark. You should check them for Jumbo and Teensy as well. If you've got time, you might have got lucky with one. I still think back to that Raichu, Alolan Raichu event. Man, I caught over 100 shinies and none of them were Humongo. I mean, the odds, we weren't really, I mean, were we there? Was it like 1 in 100 chance, or is it more? We should have got 1 at least, but I'm not salty about it at all. A little bit salty about it. But it's alright, I've got boxes full of those, so I'm sure they'll come in handy for a giveaway or something in future. Drillock, how are we doing today? Hope you're good, my friend. Thanks so much for hopping in, joining this stream. I mean, I think there's a Celebi flying about somewhere between 15 years ago on a mossy rock in the middle of a forest. Tomorrow eating a sandwich in Medali. Tricky time travelers. Yeah, you could just be getting up in the morning and there'll be a Celebi there. You don't know where the little critter is. Celebi would be definitely the mythical that you would want to go after in real life Pokemon, wouldn't you? Just to be able to have that time traveling ability. But are we going to go down the rabbit hole of messing with the timelines? Probably not. It's probably one of those where it'd be like great to have, but the damage that you call it, make a good movie though. Same with that shiny little Raichu. So many not a Jumbo Teensy, a lot. Yeah, that was such a difficult. I was sad, genuinely sad at the end of that event when I was like, I actually failed to get one. and had to get rid of the event to get something else. I think there was another event, or was there a terror raid event in game happening, so I had to get rid of it, and I literally run out of time. Very sad. James, good morning, mate. How are you doing? Guess I'm a little late this morning. How's it going, mate? I was very early this morning because I don't have as long as usual today, so I wanted to squeeze in some time to get some resets in today, but the stream will be finishing a bunch of time earlier opposed to usual. So I'm doing good though, mate. Doing all right. How about yourself? Off to the gym yet? Try and get Delga shiny. 3k resets now. Draylock, I wish you all the best with that, mate. I hope it shines soon. Getting very close. Is that in Brilliant Diamond, Shine and Pearl? Getting close to full odds if you are. Hopefully it drops soon, mate, and you see those sparkles pop up. Keep us up to date with how the hunt's going though, and wishing you all the luck in the world, my friend, with that one. I love shiny Delga. It's such a banger shiny. Better crest. Celebi's not bad. We're at the mercy of the RNG gods. Always. Is there any way to get the Shaman and Darkrai events in BDSP now? I assume the items are key gifts and can't be traded. Yes, Matt, that is correct. Key items only that you can get from Mystery Gift. So there's only one legitimate way, and it's still a bit sketchy of getting those events in game. And it's really hard. It's really hard. I've been searching for over a year now for a revised copy. The revised copies of Brilliant Diamond, Shine and Pearl, I don't know how many of you are aware of this. So with all of the updates that they did for those games, they did revised copies with the different patch updates on. So you had like update 1.1.1, 1.1.2, 1.1.3, all the way up to the finished product almost. Now with all of those different patches, they have different things enabled on them and certain things patched out, of course, as well. So one of them is, I think 1.1.2 is a revised copy of BDSP that you call Shine and Pearl that you would want to look for. And with that patch, it's got all of the end game stuff. Why is the Nidorina attacking us? I know it's so close to us. I thought we were able to dodge it most of the time, but we're not on this one. So yeah, it's got all of the end game stuff in there included, and that includes the Shaman and the Darkrai, and it's got the glitch, the floating surfing glitch, so you can get to the Shaman and the Darkrai to shiny hunt them in those games with that glitch. 1.1.3 is you can do all that stuff, you can get to the Pokemon areas, but the Shaman will not be there when you go to it. So you need that 1.1.2 revision copy, and you can tell what revision copy it is by like the sequence of numbers on the back of the cartridge, but they are so rare to find. But if you do get them, then you can genuinely glitch your way to do the hunts, but otherwise you are out of luck, my friend, which is really, really sad. And I don't know if anyone actually needed all that information on BDSP or Shining Pearl, but it is interesting that they've got the revision copies out in the wild. I've got a 1.1.3, but I'm yet to find a 1.1.2. But I'm on the hunt, as always. The amount of game shops I've been into, and computer exchange stores, just to ask their friendly staff if I can just look through their copies of Brilliant Diamond, Shine and Pearl and look at the serial cards and then be like, nah, you haven't got it, thanks though. Then they've just pulled out every single copy from the back of the store, and then just walk out and don't buy anything. Feels bad sometimes, but they're really helpful, the staff, at least when I've been in to ask. I've never tried a game though, so I don't know what they would be like. Best bet is to catch Delga and take you to one. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that would be a good way to go for the Celebi. Get the Dialga first. or find whoever did the GS ball, right? And go down that route. Sounds good. I hope you get it. No gym this morning. I have a standing meeting for breakfast with some friends every Wednesday morning before work. That sounds nice, mate. I hope you enjoy it. Have a nice brekkie as well. Right, yeah, brilliant diamond. I want to try to get all the legendaries in this game shiny. Nice, that's awesome. How is the quest for that going? Not an easy game to get the shiny legendaries in. The reset times make it extremely tedious. But the legendaries and the shinies of those legendaries look really good in that game. So I rise from my bed, open YouTube and see Lee is live. Instant joy mighty. You're too kind, mate. Great to see you though, my friend. How are you doing today? Hope you are doing all right. I've brought the Aerodactyl along to the stream finally. So we will be trying to get it today. Maybe we do. Maybe we've used all that luck up on the Deoxys. I don't think so. I think we'll get the Lugia way before odds. I do. I'm going to stand by that. And I never had that conviction with the Deoxys. So the Deoxys, I always felt like it would go a while. But this one I feel is going to be different. Shiny Hunter, good morning. How are you doing? Good luck on Lugia. Thank you so much, my friend. I definitely need the luck. Still trying for my first hatched shiny Quaxley. Also just pulled a 3 gold star full art Dialga in TCG Pocket. That's a great start to the day. That's amazing. Congrats on that. Still yet to pull a gold card in TCG Pocket. Nearly 4,000 cards I think I've got overall. No gold card amongst any of those. What the odds of that are. I don't mind though. If it means my luck is being saved for shiny hunting, I'd rather it went that way. I really would. I hope you have some better luck though when you jump back in with those Quaxley eggs. I hope the next few batches that you've got will yield the shiny that you're looking for. Or the remaining ones. Matt, geez, that's crazy. The most annoying thing, Matt, with the Orcs letter and the members card event was the mystery gift event. It didn't run for that long either. And it just infuriates me. Like, I just think they sold so many copies of that game. And to run that event for such a short period of time for like 2 Pokemon that you would kind of really, some people might just go after that game for because they know those mythicals are available in those games, yet not knowing all the details. I think they should have just done a gift, like a mystery gift code in the box when you buy the game. And it means that, yeah, they have to keep a server running for a little bit longer, but I mean, they've made how much money from those games? I think it would be fine with very little, like, it wasn't, let's be honest, there wasn't really much resource that was probably put into those games, like in comparison to like a new generation or anything like that. It's a remake. It's like a copy and paste, literally a copy and paste job. So yeah, it just frustrates me a little bit that there's those things in game, and it's nice to have the exclusives and stuff like that, but yeah, it just feels bad when they do stuff like that. And I think not learning from the past and making it more accessible, you know, in the future for newer players, I don't know, just me finding something to complain about as well, probably half the time. Where exactly can you identify this in the cartridge? Might as well check mine. So I've got my brilliant diamond here handy because I've got all my carts out my desk at the minute. So you go onto, I'm probably not going to be able to show this on camera. You've got the cart, flip it over on the back, and you have to get the right light. But there is a sequence of numbers in like a gray white writing. So the sequence, if it ends in 1, that would be 1.1.1 revision. If it ends in a 2, you've got the rarest, probably the rarest copy of Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl, and that would be 1.1.2, and that's the one that you want, because putting that into a Switch that hasn't received any updates will mean that you can use the glitch after like the 5th gym to do the surf glitch to get both Darkrai and Shaman and Shiny Hunt both of them in your game. I wanted to do a video on it, and I might do, but I need to find the copy of it to do it. So if it's 3 on the end of that number sequence on the back, then like the number sequence, I don't know if I'll be able to show. It's like literally under my finger there. It's not going to focus, but maybe if I do the right light. So there's 2 numbers on there. There's one that's like embedded onto the cart, which is like HAC-008. It's not that one, it's the one underneath it that you want to be checking. So yeah, went down a whole rabbit hole with this. But it's really interesting. I didn't realize there was so much with revision cards, you know? Hopefully that helps, mate. Pokemon, it's always great to have you here, mate. It is. When is the EIC again? 22nd, 23rd. Yes, a week on Friday it begins. Not long. Not long at all, mate. So yeah, it's essentially the week before Pokemon Day. I'm in competition of not giving immersive Dialga EX to Mighty. My opponent is TCG Pocket. I need to jump in and do the Cresselia events that they've got running at the minute. I feel like I'm running out of time to get those promos. I did so many pack promos for the Blastoise and didn't get it. I was very sad. It's the only promo I'm missing, TCG Pocket. So I need to make sure that I get the Celebi. Not the Celebi. Why I've got Celebi on my mind? Cresselia. When it's running. Mine is 000. I think that's probably the most common one. Mr. Holbrocky, that's the one I've got right here on my desk. But yeah, if you ever look, Sedenchik 000, I guess, is a recent one. No, that's the original. That's the first one. So without the patch update, that is the one without any of the post-game content. And it hasn't got the title loading screen. Obviously with yours, when you plug it into your Switch, you've done the updates, so you'll have all of that stuff. But yeah, if you literally go onto a fresh Switch with that cart, you'll not have a lot like a title screen, and you'll not have a lot of the post-game content. So Matt, definitely not checking on eBay. Yeah, they're really hard to find as well. Like, people don't list them as that because I don't think it's as well known about. I think Facebook Marketplace is probably a best bet for people listing them as they are, if that makes sense. Yeah, for the 1.1 revision. On eBay, I find myself a lot of the time messaging people that have them listed because they'll just show a picture of the front of the cart, and like, why would you have a picture of the back of the cart? And I ask, could you tell me what the serial number is along the back, or could I grab a picture of it? People being kind are normally very helpful with that. I always feel really bad though that I'm like, I've made you go out your way to take a photo of this, and then I'm not gonna buy it because it's not the one that I want. But it is what it is, I guess. James, mine is 000 on the end. Nice one. You got your team ready. Well, who knows, mate? We'll have to wait and see. Okay, I need to reset this one and that one, and then we'll drop that as well. Beluga. Will you be there, Rich, though? I don't know if you'd said. If you're at EUIC, it'll be great to see you if you are dropping by anytime over the weekend. Top 10 biggest mysteries in modern history. Number 1, Legends ZA. It became like the Metro Prime of the Pokemon community, lol. So true. I love the reference. But we don't have long to wait. It's Nidorino that's scouting behind us. It's frustrating. Right, Arrow, come on. Celebi is in your mind. You might have befriended one in the future. Now it's setting up some kind of big series of events. Grant you quicker shiny. You never know. It's already setting up setting up all a sequencing series of events where it leads me to finding it. Just checked, I have 6 Blastoise, so when we can trade promos, you can have... Oh, James, that's amazing. I've got a bunch of the other ones as well, so if you're missing any, we can do a like for like, which would be awesome. Thank you so much, though, mate. Got my BD for 35. New sealed. Nice. That's not a bad price either. It's crazy how they haven't ever really dropped in price, though. Considering that they're a remake and they're pretty old now, you know? But yeah, I think the Brilliant Diamond revised copies are a lot easier to find than the Shining Pearl. I haven't seen a Shining Pearl 1.1.2. Not saying that they don't exist, but yeah, I think the documented copies of them are, like, majority of them are all Brilliant Diamond, not Shining Pearl. So you're more likely to find it on Brilliant Diamond. But you might get lucky. I was going to say it was around when the event happened and downloaded them both for my Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl copies. I was going to say I could send you the card for Shining Pearl, but forgot they don't save on your card anymore. Yeah, it's to the system themselves, which is another drawback about them. Like, it would have been nice if they were, you know, that's a way they could have got around it, I guess, where the mystery gifts could have been tradable. And then, you know, it just allows you, I guess, it means people hack them in. But I mean, if you're not going to run the event for a long period of time, it's inevitably going to happen. But it would have meant that the event could have lasted longer, where you had friends that had the members card or Orc's letter, could trade it into your game, and then you could access those events. It feels like it's like a part of the game that's so wasted because you can't access it, right? I don't get it. I don't get it. To me, if I was the developer, I'd be like, I want people to be able to access these things in the game that have been programmed and placed in there, you know? I don't know. Corey, how are we doing today? I hope you're well. Hope I brought some shiny luck with my arrival. I hope so too. I hope you've had a great start to your day. And we have brought the Aerodactyl in Sword and Shield to this hunt today to join the Lugia. So hopefully it doubles up. We may see something shine. Haven't got as long to stream today, which is why I started a little bit earlier than we normally do. But it's nice to just jump on, catch up with you all, get some resets under the belt, set us up for the rest of the week. But I hope if you are doing any of the new mythical distribution events today in your copies of Sword and Shield, or Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you have a nice easy time getting the Pokemon that you need to finish those dexes off. Now, I won't be there, mate. Really hoping to get to the next regional or EUIC over here, though, which I know isn't for a while, but couldn't justify a stopover and travel. Yeah, no, that's fair enough, mate. It's a huge expense, and it's a lot of traveling as well, especially when you're like stacked through the week to add that in. So the next next UK regional will be probably next season, unless they drop a surprise one in between now and the end of the summer, you know. I don't know. But EUIC, I wonder where it'll be next year, if they will just do it in the UK again, or maybe go somewhere else in Europe for a change. It's been in Germany a couple of times, so possibility of it going there. Interesting where they do drop it, though. But I really enjoyed the regional being in Birmingham this year. I think I hope they return to Birmingham maybe next year. It'd be good if they kind of keep it in Birmingham. I like the NEC as a venue. It's easy to get to, and the venue is pretty good as well. Been spending too much time in my Gen 4 world where everything saves on the card. I know, mate, and it's so easy just to, yeah, take it out, put it into a new system, and it's all still there, preserved specially. Is Miraidon still the one to beat in Reg G? I mean, it's still, yeah, I mean, you need to have... It's why Rillaboom's so popular. It's definitely top tier. It's won regional since Reg G's come back. I mean, it won the first EUIC EU regional, I should say, from coming back after the break between it going away, Regulation H coming around, and then Regulation G coming back. But yeah, Miraidon's still really strong. I think Miraidon will be maybe even stronger. Is it a bit of a stretch to say even stronger when we get double restricteds? I feel when you've got another restricted beside it, it's so powerful. But yes, it's definitely up there as one of the top tier threats. Hopefully NEC again, so much better than Liverpool. James, I couldn't agree more, mate. I like Liverpool as a city. I do. It's a beautiful place. People are friendly, great place, but it's just such a trek to get to. What we really need in the UK is a Newcastle regional. That's what we need. We all need that in our lives. Oh man, if we ever got a Newcastle regional, there's no way I would cast it. Like, I would be like, I can't cast it. I got to play this. I would try my hardest. Try harder than I ever tried in my life. It would be more important to win that for me than Worlds. That sounds ridiculous, but it honestly would. I would be like, I have to be the regional champion of Newcastle. I would do everything in my power to try and win that event. Not saying I would, but I would try my best. That would be a dream. I'd love a Newcastle regional championships. Come on, Pokemon, make it happen. Wonder if there's ever a favor I could pull in from working as a caster for so many years. If there's ever that point where I'm like, do I ever get to ask a favor? Probably not. But if there was, I'd be like, that would be my request. I'd be like, do a regional in Newcastle. Do it. I mean, I jump on a flight to Germany a couple of times. Yes, mate. I mean, Germany's great. There's always a good excuse to go to Germany. You know, I mean, do we need an excuse to go to Germany? It's great. I always have a blast when I'm out there. So it's nice and easy to travel to as well. So it's not a bad location for EUIC for sure. That's that one. Here we go. Friendly reminder to like the stream if you're enjoying the vibe here, Osiris. Let's show some support and make one of these Pokemon pink. Thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate that. And yeah, if you were on the stream this morning, do consider dropping a like. It does help out a lot. All the algorithm stuff. There's no likes. YouTube will be like, the stream's trash. And it well might be, but don't think that. Prove YouTube wrong. Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up. Newcastle Regional, for sure. Show the real North some love. Yes, mate. That's what we need. That's what we need. You know what, though? I really enjoyed, for a few years running, we had nationals before we had ICs in Manchester, and they were always really good. And Manchester, although quite close to Liverpool, never felt as difficult to travel to. And the venue in Manchester was good. I think it was by the Trafford Centre, around that area. But yeah, Newcastle would just be the king. It would be the best. I mean, EYC in Newcastle, they're never going to do that. But yeah, I would love to see it happen in the new St James's Park. Just casually dropped it while commenting a match. Yeah, just casually drop it in. Then you'll never see me on the desk again. By the way, I love how the internet agreed with the lyrics of Metal Sonic's theme. Says hoo 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 instead of hey hey hey, Japanese accent. You know what I always find? That reminds me of the Dragon Ball, new Dragon Ball series, Dama. And if you listen to the theme tune, it's so weird. Like, a lot of it is in Japanese, but then there's some of it obviously doesn't translate, which is like English, and it's so weird. But they do that a lot with theme tunes. I always find it funny though. Do I play Pokemon Unite? I like Pokemon Unite, but I don't really have the time to jump in to play it. I haven't played it for a long time, but I do really enjoy it when I jumped in and played it. I wouldn't say I play it seriously though. It's been a while since I last dabbled. How about yourself though? You're an avid Pokemon Unite player. Nose Horse, sorry, you probably said this and it wasn't paying attention, but will you be going for your dexes this week? Yes, Nose Horse, probably Friday. I finish off BDSP and PLA. So if you're about and you need stuff for your dex or anyone else, then let me know, because I'll make sure there's a bit of time at the end of the stream where we can do some trading. Help those of you that have some of those annoying version exclusive or trade Pokemon that you need help getting. Alec, on my first visit to Liverpool, I asked my mate who lived there if he ever sees any trouble, and he said not really. Just a few moments later, I saw someone literally stamping on. Oh my god, are you kidding, Alec? It's like horrible, mate, horrible. It's like a situation like, get me out of here now. Why did I come here and I'm never coming back? That is horrible, isn't it? Rich, pack out Utilia with Pokemon players. Yes, mate. Still on the stage as the winner with them playing local hero, yeah. Mark Knopfler live in the corner playing it. Dual Hunt, here we go. Charlie, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Been a bit tricky doing both of them. From going from the relaxed stream on Monday, where it was just the Soul Silver, to go on to this one where it's just in a gazillion buttons all at different times. I think we're getting the hang of it now. How was your switch on dark mod? I know, mate. I know. It should be. Right, we're there. The dark mode looks so much better. Feels so intrusive like the white, and I keep meaning to go and change it, but I continually keep forgetting. Sibus, how are we doing this morning? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for the super chat supporting this stream. I really appreciate it, my friend. I hope you're having a great start to your day, and it's always great to see you as well. Exia, good morning. How are you doing this morning, my friend? Nidorino is plaguing our lives to death. Yeah, dark mode is just the play, isn't it? I noticed in your most recent upload that shiny Keldeo is the same color as your player character's hair color. It is, yeah, it's wild. The colors match up so much. I didn't even think of it like until I transferred it in either myself. Should have mentioned it in the video. I thought, it's probably the bump I'll get blamed for, so I'll just leave it out. So that's that one. This one's this one. Kind of foreshadowing, Corey, with the hair color, that we were one day gonna get shiny Keldeo, and now it's here. Now it's here, we got it, which is nice. On the light side, James. I feel like I need to change it though. It's so glaring. Do you think that ZA gets home connectivity that'll immediately have dex distribution? Nose Horse, normally how it works is we don't get compatibility until a little while after. Wow, Matt coming in with the 5 gifted membership. Thank you so much, my friend. Chat, we got to show Matt some huge love for the generosity this morning. That is incredible, mate. Thank you so much. Right, we got Caravest as one of those members coming in hot. Let's see if the other updates are going to come in. There we go. And there's the next one. Deadly Tiger. Great to have you on board, joining the Squirtle Squad with the rest of us. Jack Higgins is, I think, also a new member on the channel, which is great. But Matt, again, thank you so much. And then we've got Pig Roast Cometh as well. That should be up next. But thank you again, Matt. So kind of you. So kind. And the Big Roached Cometh. There we go. We got one more after that. Or is that it? Did I miss one? Might have missed one. Matt the man. Right, there we go. That's Lugia. Go out there and buy a drink and tell them that Mighty give you the money. Last part is not obligatory. This is from Mighty. The Mighty. Do you have a wish list for Pokemon Day? I definitely do. I think it's a bit far-fetched, but I mean, we got a dream, right? To hopefully get, you know, some spicy stuff. I think ZA we can take for granted. I don't know if it's on my wish list because I just feel like we're gonna get updates for those games anyway. My wish list really would be, you know, I'd love to sit here and say a remake of Gen 2, but I don't think that's ever going to be on the cards. But a remake of Black and White, I would genuinely love to have them just spring on us. Like, I know it's in the rumor mill and it's always talked about as something that we're likely to get, but you know, I think to have it just like curveballed at us would be amazing, you know, especially if it was like, say if ZA is going to be a November release, if the summer release was going to be a Black and White remake in June or July, I think that would like fill a gap of nearly like basically 2 years if it is a November release without a new Pokemon game for ZA coming out. So definitely fill a gap there. So that would be definitely on my wish list. Just a Black and White remake. And the other one, which I think a lot of you probably guess already, which I would love to see, is Gen 1, 2 and 3 ports to the Switch as virtual console games that we could buy, and then they have compatibility with Pokemon Home. That's what I would love. I think it's not too far-fetched of a wish list. It could potentially happen, but whether or not we will see that, I don't know. But yeah, what about yourself? What are you hoping for? What's your big hopes for Pokemon Day? Let me know. But getting back to the compatibility with Pokemon ZA, I don't think we'll get compatibility straight away. I think like normally what they do, it's normally a few months after a new game drops, and then we get the compatibility for those games. So I think it'll probably be a similar sort of situation with ZA where we don't get compatibility with Home straight away. But I do definitely think they're going to continue these Dex completion rewards. So we're likely going to get one for ZA. So I think like with that in mind, it's probably worth, when you're playing the game, doing as much as you can to make it as easy as task as possible. When, you know, if you can have a living Dex in your game ready to drop into Home when it's compatible with the new game, then it makes it so much easier just to not have to worry about it later on, you know. So yeah, I do think that will be something we see. Just for the gifted member, tried to pay for the membership, but it would not work. Charlie, it's great to have you on board with the Squirtle Squad. It's one of the Squirtle Squad, mate. Always great to have you in this stream anyway, but even better as a member as well. Charlie, thank you so much for the super chat. Tried to renew my membership, but it had it gifted. Well, that is a massive bonus. We've only got Matt to thank for it as well, so I appreciate the support though. Thank you so much for the super chat as well, my friend. The support is incredible. I think we're going to get a Switch 2 game. Pokemon Switch 2 game. Maybe. Let's Go Johto. Maybe. That'd be nice if we do. I don't know if we're going to see it. As much as I would also love a Gen 2 remake, gameplay will always be more important than the graphics, and honestly don't know how they could improve on Hot Gold, Soul Silver. That's the thing. I think they set the bar so high with that game. It's like, how do you even just matching it? I think it will be a real challenge for them. No, they did such a good job with it in the first place, so it's a tall task. I think just porting Hard Gold Soul Silver to the Switch would be enough. Virtual Console with Home compatibility would be amazing. Please, Emerald Virtual Console, we can only dream. I mean, that's the thing, right? If we get them, it would be a dream, because it's just like, it not only just allows like for that nostalgia for players that kind of grew up on those generations to go back and play them, and then be able to have the way, a nice easy way for us to port Pokemon into Home from those games. but it gives like newer players that maybe have come in Sword and Shield, maybe Scarlet and Violet, a chance to kind of play those other games, because you just don't have the opportunity to play them, just because of the prices of those games. So I think on a lot of levels it would be really good. And I don't think re-releasing those like as virtual console games on the Switch hurts any future remakes they want to do of those games either. I think it would just enhance sales for those games, you know. But who am I to talk? It's just my opinion. But I think I'd love to see them. Already have money saved for the Switch 2, not missing out on the new Pokemon game. Nice, Charlie, having that in the bank, ready to go when it drops. It's not long really till the 2nd of April. We got like a month and a half till we're gonna know the release date. I'm really curious as to when it will be released, what date it will drop on. Gentle, good morning, mate. How are you doing today? Great to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. Doubling up with the Aerodactyl alongside the Lugia today. Hopefully we get some luck this morning. Just wine Verns. If you want the rules, for the Nuzlocke, they are down in the description if you want them. If Stream Elements Nightbot isn't working, which it doesn't look like it is. And the only reason that we've got 2 hunts going on at the same time, just because off stream I'm doing some work for a video and need Aerodactyl, so I thought I'd bring it in while we're doing the Lugia resets today, just to have something else going on at the same time. But normally it would just be the Soul Silver that we'd be running with. That one as well. Already have advised family for my April birthday. I want Switch 2 funds. Planning ahead. I love it. I'm really curious on the price point as well for it. I hope it's not a crazy price. I don't think it will be, but I pray that it's not towards the $600 mark. That would be scary. I was wondering if I could mention other creators a story I wanted to send. Of course. Right, that's not shiny, so we need to get rid of that one. That's that. Of course, Lugia is not shiny either. I'm in a weird spot. I want to play Splatoon 3 and I used one, costs around 30-35 euro, but I want to get it on eShop, Bantam and A-Hat at the time together. It costs the same as Splatoon. Which one's gonna like last longer, like playability wise? Go for that one. Which one do you want to play more out of them all? Or just flip a coin for 3 games? I guess, yeah, you do the Splatoon or the other ones, heads or tails, and then just go with whatever lands. Let the coin dictate your future, Mighty. That'd be a wild YouTube video. Let a coin dictate your entire day. Every decision that you make, you flip a coin, and whatever the coin lands on is what you end up doing. Could end up tragically bad. Imagine getting Let's Go games, and if you have Let's Go Canto save file, you can gain access to Celebi event and Hot Gold Soul Silver. Yes, I would. Oh, mate. Yeah, now we're talking. And you get like that cutscene that was just never. Well, yeah. I mean, you had to have the event to access the Celebi, right? Which really never got released. But that cutscene with Giovanni and Silver, it'd be so good, wouldn't it? It would be amazing. if that was just, yeah, just added in. I'd imagine if they do virtual console games though, I've said it before, I think all of those like in-game events that were mystery gift event exclusives, I think they would just add them in like they did with the Crystal virtual console game. I love playing in handheld, so I think I'll be waiting and hoping they release a Switch 2 Lite version soon after initial release. I'd imagine they will, yeah. How long after this? It wasn't that long. Was it maybe like 9 to 12 months after the Switch released that we got the Switch Lite? Or was it sooner? I can't really remember. I know when Sword and Shield dropped though, they did that Zash and Zamazenta Switch Lite, so it couldn't have been, I mean, it can be long because Sword and Shield was released way after the Switch got released. So yeah, ignore me. What am I talking about? Any new Pokemon games I'm not updating and not missing out on events. Even though I'm somehow missed Gimmighoul Terror Raid, I still think they'll bring that Gimmighoul raid back, you know. I do. We've had a repeat of it already. I think they'll do one more before we see it go away forever. So there is hope. There is hope there. Come on, Lugia. New shine. It is crazy that updating a game and then being penalized for not being able to have the same access to certain events. Let's face it, we all pay decent money for these games, so it feels a bit sore. That's exactly how I feel with it. It's like people work hard for their money and they're penalized for just picking it up at a different point in time. And I get it that these are like timed events and they can't keep them running forever, but there's nothing stopping them just having the items tradable. Like that's one way to get around it. So if you know someone with the event already, then you can get the item, you can trade it from them and access the event in game. It's just that content in the game is just dead, or you put a distribution code in the box with the final revised copies. Considering you had to do so many revised versions of Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, the later revised copies could have at least had just the distribution code in. I feel so aggro ranty this morning about stuff like this. I'm like, yeah, put the world to rights. It's because I'm tired. It's because I'm, yeah, flagging a bit this morning. I'm hoping that there will be a new Pokemon themed Switch 2 release later on. I'm hoping exactly the same as that. I'm kind of hoping that we get a ZA themed one. Can you imagine a Zygarde designed Switch 2? Oh, it'd be so good. It's like the Zygarde cells up at different color Joy-Cons to match Zygarde colors. Oh, it would be amazing if we got anything like that. And same, but I'm too excited. I'm getting the Switch 2. I can't wait for a light. Yeah, I'm also the same where I'm like, I really want to kind of hold off and get like an exclusive designed one, especially if they do a Pokemon one. But also I'm kind of in the same mind of I want to pick one up as early as possible, so I probably have to just forgo the fancy one at the beginning and hope that they do something similar down the line, like what they did with the OLED. So maybe Gen 11, I'll get like the Switch 2 fancy version, if they do one. I guess there's always a Switch Lite option as well, you know, like you're saying. Same, but I'm too excited. Yeah. By the way, Batten means bendy and ink machine. I did not know that. I read that and just knew it was a game. Always felt interested on that game. Had in time, played it once and loved it, but man, Splatoon, there's your answer, mighty. Splatoon is the game that you need to get. Just sitting here thinking I won't be able to afford a Switch 2 anytime soon. Maybe a Christmas gift this year. It might not even be out till Christmas, to be honest, James. I think people are expecting it to be out, you know, sooner, but it might not be. It might be like a November release. Can Spiritomb be bred in Sword and Shield? Yes, it can. Pretty sure it can. Is it in Sword and Shield? Or is it not? I don't know if Spiritomb's in Sword and Shield. You can breed it in BDSP though. Is Spiritomb... I'm not too sure if it is. I don't... Is it in? Like, I'm having mad mind pangs right now where I'm just unsure if it's in Sword and Shield. I can't think if it is. Thomas, I love that. Do you play Pokemon Sleep? I feel like, is that a question like I should be playing it if I don't? I do have it. I never really use it. The Izzy Floette has been the first distribution but can't evolve, sort of like Spike-eared Pikachu. Yeah, I mean that would be a great event on ZA as an early one, wouldn't it? I think another like big fan favorite that we've all wanted for a long time to finally get it. I can only hope I get shiny Roma by then. Lol, been so elusive, mate. You'll definitely have it by then. By the end of this year, 100%. I don't even think it'll take you that long. I think you'll get it way before then. Shiny Hunter finally hatched a shiny Quaxley. 4,104 eggs in. Just need 2 more. Congratulations, my friend. Please, that next batch or one of the next batches has had the shiny in it. That's awesome. Just 2 more to go. Good luck with those final 2. Hope they follow suit with each other and you get them very, very quickly. It is in the Crown Tundra. Okay, well, if it is, yeah, and then you can breed. You can breed it. Yeah, it is breedable. So if you've got it, or if you can just trade it in, then yeah, that's one way to do it. Or an easier way to do it. Just have such a mind blank. Spiritomb's in Sword and Shield. It wasn't one of the ones that I had to get for my dex completion, so probably why it wasn't at the front of my mind. You have to be online, talk to the grave site, then talk to 32 players. I just did it last night in BDSP. Is that BDSP, Brian? It's a real chore to do it in BDSP because you've got to go on the underground, isn't it? And that's where you need to speak to the trainers. I don't know if it's a similar thing for Sword and Shield or if it's just available to catch. Maybe you can find out more about the creepy ghost girl from Lumia City in Pokemon Legends here. Yeah, I hope so. Because that is a weird scene. It's just never been expanded on. The girl that comes out the lift, the cutscene. You are not the one. It's gotta relate. It's like set up so perfectly to like be set up for this game. And this trainer that we're playing as is the one. Whatever that means. Not even a month and there's a bunch of pictures of Japanese people that put beautiful outfits to the God of War plushies. Wish you could get one, but I don't want to pay a kidney for it. How much are those God of Wars? They're so big. Unnecessarily big. I bet are they just the same price as what all of those like giant plushies are? Like in the $400-500 range. 500 resets on Luke. Yeah, that's all right. It's not bad. Not bad. Where is this Aerodactyl? The Getting 22 Shiny Legendaries video you released inspired me to start my own Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon wormhole journey. I got Shiny Charm and Shiny Tornadus. I wanted to take a break after watching a John Stone vid about a similar topic. Remind me of those files. Long story short, I now have 18 shiny legendaries. Thanks for the inspiration. Well, I can't take any credit for that. Congrats to you for like all the hard grind on that. That's amazing to hear. That is awesome. What's your favorite out of all the ones that you've got? Hard to pick. I find it really difficult. Ultra Sun and Moon is just a gift, I feel, for the legendary shiny hunting. It's such a nice, easy game to jump into shiny hunting. Finding the wormholes is not so fun, but once you find them, the hunts are nice and easy to do. Brandon 46, Brandon, thank you so much for the subscribe. And Arthur as well, I appreciate the subscribe. If you're joining the stream, I hope you enjoy with us. Olio, good morning, how you doing, mate? I hope you are well, having a great start to your day. It was the first time I actually shuddered and felt chills at my spine. It is a spooky moment, isn't it? I'm just so curious as to what they're referring to and how it plays out. I wonder if it was like planned to be in the follow-up of like Pokemon Z when you know, before it was scrapped. I wonder if they were going to do a follow-up to that, or if it's always been something that they'll put in and there's a story there, but they'll not fulfill it until it feels the time's right. I feel like the time is right now. I don't know if it's just me being impatient. I feel like the time is now. We need to know what they're talking about. I think they're about 5'5". Jeez, that's like, where do you even put that? I legit would just not have space for it. So unpractical. But I guess they're not bought to be practical things, right? Spiritomb is breedable, luckily, so you can just get it from anywhere and breed one. Yeah, that's the nice thing about some of those where you can do that. Japanese, man, those outfits. I love God of War. God of War's a great Pokemon. Mega God of War, one of my favorite megas as well. But I don't know if I could ever commit to going full God of War. Huge plush. Kyogre is my favorite right now. I'm looking forward to seeing its Primal on the Switch one day. Yes, my friend. Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon. I wonder if they'll make an appearance in ZA. They always get kind of classified as Mega Pokemon, or in that same kind of remit as Mega Pokemon, although they're Primal Pokemon, so they're a little bit different. But if I'm going to see them anytime soon, I guess it'll be in ZA. So hopefully they're in there. Be great to see them return. So powerful. But yeah, their shiny primal forms are just, they're some of my favorite shiny legendaries. Primal Kyogre and Groudon. Kyogre was the wildest hunt for me though when I was making that video, because it was literally like walking between the lounge in my office setting up the hunt, and you know, when you get to the wormhole, you're kind of creeping and saving and making sure you are like one step, like just the tiniest nudge away from the wormhole to just make the resets a little bit more efficient. And I remember being like saving and then do my next nudge and just being like, well, I can just get that one encounter done, and it was shiny on the first encounter. Like I missed I missed capturing it properly, but it was nice to get it so early because it was like, oh, okay, this one's done, I can move on to the next one. Especially after that Raikou fail, it was still painful at the time. Taller than my missus. She's 5'4". Christmas present this year. Rich, you know, I know. We don't even need to say it. Shiny Hunt and Regieleki made my Pokemon have progress. That's wild. So, I've never... Just in the temple you got Pokerus. I've never heard anyone have that before. That's incredible. Incredibly lucky as well. That's awesome. Congrats. That's amazing. Pokerus is very useful. I'm sad. Still sad that we don't have it in Scarlet and Violet. Understandable though. Riley, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well and having a good start to your Wednesday. How's things going, mate? And what do you think of the new mythical mystery gift events that have dropped in Pokemon Home? Excited about them? Not first. Shiny Keldeo though, for the first time ever. Pretty exciting. Shiny Meltan. is there. You could put the jumbo-sized gods of war on an empty chair at the dinner table, pretend it's eating dinner. Every night, it's like, yeah, dish up, cook it an extra portion, just specifically for the God of War. Dave, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. I like the idea of that Corey, though. I feel like it would be worth buying it just to be able to do that. I wonder how long he would keep it up for before it was just like and never got fed. James, gotta go breakfast. Have a good one, mate. Enjoy it and the rest of your day as well, mate. And I'll catch up with you on the next one, mate. Sorry we didn't land a shiny when you were here. We will keep going. Hopefully, we might get a little bit lucky with one of them. Missed that announcement. Lady out for date night yesterday, so I'm behind on news. Hope you had a good time, mate. Imagine at least one of those people that bought it just to fill a void, entering a home just to be received by God of Woe with a mad outfit. Nah, there's nothing wrong with that, mate. I like it. I like the idea of it, and I think it's probably only doable on the God of War. Like, if you feel like you couldn't do it with like a Mr. Mime, right? I feel like that would just be kind of creepy. Imagine coming in, Mr. Mime, massive 5'5" plush, standing at the doorway welcoming you home. I don't know, some people might really like Mr. Mime. It would freak me out so much that I would not. Just waking up in the middle of the night and Mr. Mime's perched on the end of your bed. Just in time for Valentine's Day. Yes, mate. Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day to me. Who's the new shiny? How do you get them? So Meltan in is the reward for completing the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee decks in home, and then shiny Keldeo is the reward for Sword and Shield, Isle of Armor, and Crown Tundra. There we go. I got it out eventually. 514, still no shiny. Dave, I think we've got a long way to go. The odds for the Lugia are like 1 in 8,000. Big old odds. The Aerodactyl, on the other hand, is not that bad. So the Aerodactyl's like 1 in 1,300. So we have way better chance of getting the Aerodactyl than we do the Lugia, but we know how these things work out. It's not always how it works on the odds. Likelihood is we'll get the Lugia before the Aerodactyl. With how my luck's been at the moment. Or saying we'll just leave the house. Yeah, just open the door, see it, close the door and lock it and never come back. What's my favorite starter Pokemon? Oh, wow. That's a really tough one. If I had to pick one, I think I would go with Totodile. If I had to pick one. Yeah, so what about yourself, Dave? Those 1 in 3 encounter shiny stories had me save the encounter 3 times before I go back to find the Pokemon I'm looking for, e.g. I have the Lake Spirit Wormhole. What's going on with my games? That needs to reset, and we need a counter there, and then we go. God of War summon black hole inside of that guy's head. Not completing the decks with shiny and Amoris. Olio, we will do that, but probably, I think, Friday at this point now. So Friday we'll do that. Mr. Mime and Jinx. Yeah. I swear, it was Mr. Mime became a lot more scary after I watched the Detective Pikachu movie. It's like model in that. It's so much like that's what it would actually be like in real life. I'd be petrified. Imagine coming across it in like a dark alleyway. Probably the most friendly Pokemon as well, so it would probably do nothing but want to help you out and be friends. And this is me just like running away, scared for my life. And that would trap you within like a glass box, wouldn't it? And you'd just be, yeah. Keep Hypno and Drifloon away from the children. Oh yeah, the Hypno. What is it? Hypno's like Pokedex entry. Is it like one of the, I can't remember which gen it was. One of the early gens. Very disturbing. Especially Drifloon as well. Yeah, I can't remember Drifloons off the top of my head, but I know it's well sketchy. You catch a Pokemon in PLA but evolve it in Scarlet and Violet, would it evolve form count as PLA or Scarlet and Violet? If it was caught in PLA and you evolved it in Scarlet and Violet, it would count as a PLA mon in Pokemon Home because it has the origin mark of PLA, so it's all based on that origin mark. So yeah, it can be, you can take full advantage of trading Pokemon around and evolving them and leveling them up in other games if it's easier, and then just trading them into home once they have evolved. Alec, it's definitely a cheat code to making things a little bit easier in that respect. I mean, there's nothing wrong with buying stuff that makes it, of course not mighty. That is not, no, nothing wrong with it at all. It's the whole point of it. Rose, good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're well and having a great start to your day. Mighty, I'm just gonna say I apologize if I've offended you. I don't mean to. Charmander or Totodile for you, Thomas. Great choices. Charmander's great as well. So where did Aero Hunt come from? Yeah, well, you know, I said I was going to double up the hunt for the Lugia. Well, I kind of last minute this morning because I had to start a bit earlier because I can't stream for much longer. We've got a few minutes left. So I thought, because I'm doing the Aerodactyl hunt in Sword and Shield anyway, and I've been meaning to kind of bring it to stream. I thought, well, it's quite a good opportunity this morning where alongside the Lugia, we could do this as well. So just to have something else going on at the same time. Bit random, but at least it gets through some of the resets as well. So yeah, sorry for the randomness. Is there a way to have 2 shiny Meltons with one switch to keep one in Let's Go and another in Sword and Shield? I think you'd have to have 2 home accounts to be able to do that, if that makes sense. Because the gifts are like 1 per account, but you could definitely do it if you've got 2 home accounts. Could you do a free home account and then have a paid one? It would just take a long time to complete the dexes in that free home account, unless you use the free trial, because then you could port Pokemon between all of them quite quickly. Just if you're doing it on the free trial and you've only got 1 box in home, then that is going to take a long time to fit the things in. But technically you could do it for sure. Mr. Mime would absolutely be my paralysis demon, especially the one from Detective Pikachu. Yeah. Oh man, could you imagine? It's there. Poor Mr. Mime. Out here giving it a hard time. Right, I think we'll take it to 5:30 because I need to, at 11:45, which is like 2 minutes to, I need to wrap up today. So I'm apologize for the shorter stream than usual. Tried to get us 2 hours in and with the time that I had, so it's not been as long as I would have liked, but we've got a good start with the Lugia setting us up for tomorrow, and then we'll probably wrap up the week, I think, with the decks, finishing off the decks and stuff like that, so in BDSP, PLA, and get those shiny mythicals that we need, and then it'll be plain sailing Lugia for the rest of the week. So we'll do 1 more reset, but I want to just say a huge thank you to everyone that's come out. I know it's a bit of an awkward time going a lot earlier this morning and people are just coming in now, which is making me sad that I'm ending so soon. But big shout outs to Mighty and Charlie for the super chats, Matt for the 5 gifted memberships as well, all the new subscribes that we've had. Thank you so much to everyone for all the support, and just for you guys coming by, hanging out, and making the stream super enjoyable this morning. Lugia. Right, we'll do one more. We'll leave it on a really odd, weird number today, because we left it on a good number last time, so we'll leave it on a weird number today. We'll do 1 more. Nelly, dinner time for you. Better Crest, enjoy your dinner, mate. To change the mobile home account, you have to delete the app, and then allows you to log in with a different account regarding using 1 switch for 2 events. Oh, so the app, yeah, of course, because you need the mobile version of it as well, which is frustrating. Yeah, so it's not as straightforward then as being able to do that. Okay, this one is going to be the last one. That is the last Aerodactyl. And then this will be the last Lugia. Always a pleasure to hang out, man. Catch you tomorrow on Friday, hopefully. Yes, look forward to seeing you then. Lugia is not shiny. We tried, we didn't get it. But for those of you completing your dexes in Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, Sword and Shield, and any of the other ones that still need doing in BDSP and PLA, etc. Even Galar. Not Galar, because that's Sword and Shield. Even Paldea. Good luck with them. I hope you have a lot of time, a lot of success and ease getting the Pokemon that you need. But yes, friends, we'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your day. Hopefully catch up with you all tomorrow. And until then, take it easy. Have a good one. And sorry it was such a short one today, but it's been awesome. Take care, friends. See ya. Bye-bye.